Shalom Aleichem Internet, my name is Rabbi Geisinsky, checking in with you right before the high holiday season. In a couple of days it's Rosh Hashana and everybody's busy. The rabbis are preparing their 4-hour-long speeches, the cantors are preparing their beautiful renditions of the high holiday service, and everybody's buying their brisket and their honey cake and their apples and honey, negotiating ticket prices for their synagogues or temples. But the question is, why are we really making such a big deal out of Rosh Hashana? Why do we really care? Now, this might sound blasphemous coming from a rabbi, but let me explain. You see, Rosh Hashana is the anniversary of the creation of the world. 5,777 years ago, God did an incredible thing and created the world in 6 days. And granted, this is a big moment. But here we are 5,777 years later, and we're supposed to make a big deal of this. Like it's important to me on a personal level, a moment of great introspection and prayer, etc., etc. You see, the world existed for thousands of years before I was ever born, will carry on in perpetuity after I pass on. So why is this really my day? This is God's day. God's the one who created the world. This is the world's day, but it's not my birthday. It's not my moment to kind of think about where I am in life, etc., etc. Why is it expected of us to make such a big deal out of the birthday of the world? And the answer is because there is a very common misconception that one has about Rosh Hashana. Rosh Hashana, in the context of it being the anniversary of the creation of the world, is not the anniversary of the first day of creation, as one might think, the moment that God said, "Let there be light," because that actually happened yesterday, 6 days before Rosh Hashana. Rosh Hashana is actually the anniversary of the 6th day of creation, namely the day that God created mankind, Adam and Eve. And actually, more specifically, not the anniversary of the moment of creating Adam and Eve, but rather the anniversary of the moment that Adam and Eve began their vital work in this world. That is the moment that God calls the beginning of the world. Fascinatingly, with that idea, God is making a statement. Rosh Hashana, the new year, the birthday of the world, is not when God started to bring the world into creation, all those incredible days with all the creations that God did, but rather the day that mankind started their work. In other words, all of God's contributions for the 6 days of creation is really just setting the stage. The curtain hasn't come up, the show hasn't started. That is not the beginning of the world. That's just, in a sense, the preliminary effort. The world begins when humankind begin their vital work. In other words, the world is not the God show. The world is the humankind show. The anniversary of the world is not God's big day. It's our big day. And that is an extremely powerful thought. What we are celebrating on Rosh Hashana is our effort, started 5,777 years ago, but continuing till this day. And now it's about my part in this long saga, in this great effort that started with our great-great-great-great-grandparents all those thousands of years ago, but carry on till today. And in a sense, the ball now is in our hands. We are the ones on center stage. We are the actors that are acting right now. And this is our moment of introspection. The whole entire world was created for what we are doing. And are we doing our part? Am I holding up my end of the bargain? Is 5,777 going to be better than 5,776? And what am I doing to make it so? Because that's in fact what it is all about. So yes, while the secular New Year is a lot of fun, because they get to have alcohol and funny hats and noisemakers, our high holidays, our New Year, is far more meaningful. Because what we are saying at this moment is that every single one of us matter. Every single one of us is on center stage, bringing purpose and meaning to the entire reason of creating the world in the first place. And by the way, we still get to have our alcohol and our funny hats and our noisemakers. So, take this moment to prepare in your own mind for Rosh Hashanah, for the day that the question will be asked of you by yourself. You will ask yourself, what am I doing to make this a wonderful year? To step creation up a notch? Because at the end of the day, it is all about what we are doing and helping the world achieve. Wishing you a Shana Tova. Hope to see you in Shul. We're having our services every single day of the high holidays, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, at our address 5713 Bradley Boulevard, in a beautiful tent on our property, so that you know the service will be intense. And we look forward to seeing you there and wishing you a good, sweet, meaningful New Year.